Welcome to another episode in the channel. Today I'm not bringing good news as always. It is seemingly glooming for many because 6 hours ago, the biggest union group in Canada is embarking on a nationwide strike. The PSAC. It has a total of about 150,000 members in its body, and this is very, very serious, especially for people who are pursuing their Canadian dream, because one of their members is actually the IRCC. Of course, you know the IRCC is responsible for all immigration program that is carried out in Canada. So it's going to have severe implications to whatever applications that we are doing. But not to worry, getting to know this fact, you can be prepared, you can make useful arrangements, adjustments, as the case may be in your circumstances. So some services that they offer will stop, but not all the services do. So in this video, we are going to enumerate those services that are going to stop temporarily and those ones that are still continuing, especially with those that are being done by a third-party organization. So the question is, what processing services will be affected? Well, let's take a look at them. I will enumerate them. The very first one is the processing time for your application. So let's say you submitted your application and you want to check how long it takes. Normally, when you see there is a state, it says about 15 months, some says 20 months, as the case may be. But for now that they are on strike, that processing time will be elongated. You'll see your adjustment, it can be close to 24, 30 months, as the case may be. Who knows how long the strike will be for? But negotiations are going, and hopefully things get resolved and the workers get back to work and start this process. With COVID and with the influx of the increase in people actually applying to come to Canada, the IRCC actually have a backlog of about 2 million. Now, if you are adding this strike to it again, that will be increased astronomically. So, processing of application, that is the very first one. And with the strike to in-person appointments or events that include maybe citizenship ceremonies, those will not be for now. They will be paused. And if you contact, as we used to do, when you apply, you contact IRCC via email, via phones and social medias, all of these services will cease, as it were. They will be affected. Consulars, citizenship, and passport services. So for example, if you send your passport in to be renewed for those who are Canadian citizens, these services are very, very limited. So getting a passport too will be something that is kind of difficult because of these disruptions caused by the strike. But what services can you get during this period? You will still be able to apply online. For example, you want to apply for a visitor's visa, you will do it online. So please go ahead, by all means, put in your application so that whenever they come back from the strike, your application is right there and they will take it from there. Have you been given an ITA, which is an invitation to apply? Go ahead, complete your application and mail it to the required address stated in your form. It is still available. Do you have an online account? Normally, when you apply, after some time, they give you the opportunity to link your account so that you can now be able to check whatever is happening on your account online by yourself. So do you have that? That service will still be open. So you can still be using your online account on the Government of Canada website if you have one. And there will be some access to some emergency services. These will still be available. What about services offered by third-party organizations? Well, for example, if you have processed your permanent residence visa to a stage, you will be given a settlement organization to talk with. For the fact that these organizations are not part of the IRCC, the services that they render will still continue. So if you have like open doors that gives you information about the city you are going, about how you can settle, about the schools that you will get for your children, how to rent a house and tax and all that, those organizations, those will still continue. What about applying for visa outside Canada? Normally, the Canadian government uses visa application centers outside Canada. For the fact that they are not part of the Canadian body, these visa application centers will still be open for services. So right on, if you're outside and you've got your application filled in, you want to go for biometric, by all means, go for it. Don't say because IRCC is on strike, you will not want to go. You're only pushing your days of coming over to Canada further. Healthcare through interim on federal health program, these will still be able to, you will still be able to get this. Now, these are for people who are not inside Canada presently. These are the things they need to know. What about those who are inside Canada? What do they need to do? What do they need to know and act? So if you are inside Canada already on a work permit visa, please, by all means, check your work permit. Check that it is not expiring soon. And if you have one that is expiring soon, you can actually apply for a renewal between 30 to 60 days. You are fine. Just send it in. Don't allow your work permit to expire first before you apply, because it will mean that you do not have the authority to be in the country anymore. For those who are applying for bridging open work permit, that is, they are on work permit visa and now they are now coming over they have applied now for permanent residence, you should send it in now. Do not delay. And what about the students who are currently on postgraduate work permit visa? If yours is ending, please, by all means, send in an application for extension or a transfer, as the case may be. Do it now. Don't allow it to expire first. For the fact that they are not on duty does not make you send the application. If you send the application, it's as good as you've applied. You still have the authority to be in the country. Admissible. You will be deemed someone who is breaking the law at the expiration of your postgraduate work permit visa. So this is just the much we're going to take, and we just hope and pray that the government and the union sit together and as quickly as possible resolve the issues. And the issue is bordering on pay. The PSAC is saying that their members are having take home of between 40K to 60K Canadian dollars every year, and that is not enough for them. So they are asking for a pay rise. And the second thing that they are actually contesting is for their members to be able to work more time from home. We will see how it goes from there. But for us, most of us who are actually applying, who are seeking ways to come to Canada, let us get this information. Not good news though, but when we arm with the information, we can do things right. Please do share this information so that people do not get confused by saying, oh, they are not responding to my request. They are currently on strike. Like the video. If you found value thus far, subscribe to the channel, ask your questions, share the video, and I will definitely see you in the next video.